Hey everybody, it's the Boosh Bag, Miss Boosh Bag to you. You there, you, in the middle. Anywho, okay, so I'm up to episode 3. I think episode 4 is coming out tonight, so I need to hurry up and get this out of the way. I made some notes again. Hopefully they don't slow me down like they did in the episode 2 because I felt like I was going kind of slow then, you know what I mean? Okay, so the episode starts off with the Tiny Twins and Miss Minnie and her mother in a nail salon, and they're basically talking about first they're talking about Miss Juicy, and Miss Minnie is saying, you know, if Miss Juicy's around, she's just gonna keep it cordial, but you know, she's not gonna give a fuck, and she's not really gonna put no energy into caring about what Miss Juicy think. She gonna let it go, all right? And then the twins are asking her, does she really believe that Emily is pregnant? So they're basically talking the same shade that Emily and Bree are trying to talk about Minnie. Like, she probably faking like she pregnant just because she don't want to lose Lonty, whatever the hell his name was. But, you know, we know, well, we might know that that is not the case. But, you know, it's speculation at that point. Then I believe the next scene is Bree and Emily are out shopping somewhere. And Bree is trying to just kind of tell Emily, I wish that Lantel would stop tripping. You know, you're pregnant. Is he going to be there for you or whatever? And Emily got all up on that defensive shit again, where she be trying to defend Lantel like he's such a great guy. So she basically, you know, caught a little attitude with Bree, like, you don't got no room to talk. You know, your man is not all of that neither. Like, y'all relationship ain't good. And Bree had to let her know, bitch, I'm not in a relationship. See, that is the difference. We know that we're not in a relationship. I'm aware of what's going on. Now, her situation is problematic too, because, yeah, he be tripping. What is his name? Woulda be tripping too. But he made himself clear. He not really playing like a big game with Bree. We don't know what the hell is up with your man, but she was like, well, we're not in a relationship, but you guys are supposed, you still call him your boyfriend after he just told you he don't give a fuck about you or baby and bounce. Like, okay, but you're the one in the relationship and I'm the one who's not, but my man lives in my house. So she basically was saying, well, your baby father wasn't even there, you know, when, I don't know, the baby was sick or something had to happen, some surgery or something. I would make Lantel come whether he wanted to or not, because you can treat me bad, but you ain't gonna treat my baby bad. And yeah, he sees he wasn't there with you. Oh, my husband's phone. Okay, so he wasn't there with you at the beginning and all of this and all of that, but and he doesn't see the baby. He didn't see the baby all the time. But Lantel sees Ava like every day. First of all, I would like to know how the fuck he see Ava every day and you don't see Ava every day. Didn't she come over to visit, and ain't she in Texas, I believe, with the father? I forget where the father lived at, but Ava's not there for anybody to be seeing her every motherfucking day. You left your daughter in another state for you to come, and I suppose now they're saying that they are promoters at clubs. So I guess they are not strippers and twerkers and things of that nature. You know what I mean? Or are they? Okay? I don't know. I don't know if promoters have to twerk. I used to be a promoter, but I really sucked at it. It didn't last long. Okay? All right. So Moreland moves into the apartment or house or whatever the hell it is with money. And, you know, Money's trying to help him move, and she's complaining as usual. That girl is lazy. Lazy like my eye, okay? Yeah, too much. And then when they get in, he's basically saying, he's like, well, how's it going? What are you doing down at the shop? She was like, oh, I'm the shampoo girl. I just be washing hair. And he's like, so you're going to move up in the ranks? You're going to start doing other stuff? She was like, hell no. I could barely wash hair. What the fuck? I don't know what the fuck I'm doing down there. No, just trying to make this money. So she basically tells him that she wants him to pay for everything. He's going to pay all of the bills. He is the man of the house. Well, he's like, well, I'm the man of the house. Like, basically, I pay the cost to be the boss. And she was like, oh, hell no. But she also wants an allowance. Now, I think she might be tripping. And I wish I had the balls to say that kind of arrogant shit to men, because isn't that awesome? Wouldn't you love it? Come on. Okay. Those of you who already say stuff like that, yeah, you don't have to answer the question. But for those of us who are a little bit scared, and you know I ain't no punk, but still kind of, it's iffy. I wish I could just be an ass and just not give a fuck. And I'd be like, you need to be doing everything for me and also giving me money on top of that. You need to pay me for accepting all the other things that you're doing for me. Please? Thank you. All right. So, yeah, he was like, well, we'll see if I'm supposed to be holding it down while you try to do whatever. But then he asked her, are you really doing anything as far as the voiceovers? Are you looking into it? Any auditions, anything? She's like, well, no, I ain't looking to it yet, blah, blah, blah. So she is BSing. And I know that whole deal because I be BSing too, girl. But I'm just going to talk about you right now. All right. So then the twins, the tiny twins, come over to Emily's house to visit. When they're walking outside up to the house, they kind of like, well, I just got to find out if this bitch pregnant because I don't believe it and whatever, whatever. And whatever, you know, is she still going to be promoting or whatever? They just kind of want to get some tea. They want to be in her business. And yeah, that is a little shady and a little sneaky, but I mean, come on. Come on. Aren't you watching the show because you are also nosy? Yeah, I'm nosy. You're nosy. We're nosy people. They are nosy too. So ain't nothing wrong with being nosy. People got to know stuff. You know what I mean? All right. So, she's like, oh yeah, I'm pregnant. And they're like, are you still gonna be, you know, going to club and promoting and all of this? And she like totally caught onto their game like so fast. Like these bitches just want to try to take my spot and whatever, whatever. But they ain't gonna be able to do it unless I let them do it. Just whatever. Whatever, girl. I don't know if they're, you know, I don't want to keep on dissing Emily like I hate her, but you know, I'm still for the twins. I'm still team tiny twins. Triple T bitches. All right, but that's when she actually invited them to go horseback riding with her because, you know, that's supposed to be one of her favorite things. And that's when they really got fucking suspicious. So they left there thinking even more so that she wasn't pregnant. Just based on the horseback riding thing, because it is definitely a belief to many people that you shouldn't be bouncing all around when you're pregnant. Well, you shouldn't basically be doing anything. Certain people, they think, you know, they see you exercising, picking stuff up, walking in high heels, just basically anything. They think that you're not supposed to be doing it. So they're feeling like, you know, her wanting to go horseback riding could jeopardize the baby, and nobody who was actually pregnant would be doing that. So I don't know if they think she's going to stage a miscarriage later on or whatever, but I think that that's what they're thinking is going to happen, okay? All right, so Buddha and Bree are talking about dating, all right? And he's like, well, whatever. I don't really want you to go on no dates, but, you know, I don't want to be with you or anything. I just want to chill and live together and do whatever the fuck I want to do and not be with you. But then also don't leave me though. Okay, yeah, whatever. So the girls go out on the town, okay? So they're at the club and it's left and right cheek, Brie and Emily and Miss Minnie. And Miss Minnie is talking to them about Pastor Troy, where they still are throwing shade like she's lying. Like, I still don't get what's bitch, how many times are you gonna say you don't get it? We get it. You're not that smart. Apparently, you have to beat it into your own head in order for you to, shut up. Okay, so, Miss Minnie talks about Pastor Joy. It's over. She ready to let somebody else tell her life. And then they start talking about guys with fetishes, little people fetish or whatever. So, and how they try to, you know, avoid it and all that kind of stuff. And then these two big ass black dudes come over and they're like, hey, how y'all doing? Whatever, whatever. And Emily's all on the offensive. Like, how many kids you got? How many side chicks you got? How many kids? And he like, I got 6 kids, 2 baby mamas. And he was like, no, I'm just kidding. And he basically just asked them to dance or whatever. But while they were out there, because I don't think this guy was out there with her, but Bree started dancing with this guy, and they was really getting down. They had nice little chemistry. I thought it was cute, and apparently he liked her because when they came out, out of the club, he came outside and he was like, yo, I didn't get your number, your name, and all of that stuff. So she said that she usually feels like kind of weird giving out her number. And I think I would too, especially living with a guy who I sleep with and we have a baby, even though we're not together. Well, no. Child, if we broke up, I wouldn't give a damn. But I could see how that could be uncomfortable for other people who give a damn more than I do. You know what I mean? So she gives him the number and whatever. Okay. That card, gone. Oh, dude's name was Andre. Okay. So now we get to the salon where Minnie works and where Money works, right? And when Minnie walks in, she's like, oh my gosh, she didn't set up my station. So she's talking to her boss, a chick named Paula. It's like, she didn't set up my station. She was like, no, she's here. She's been here for like a half an hour. She's like, oh, that's not good. So she goes in the back and she gets Money. And she's like, you need to set up my station. And Money's like, oh, I'm sorry about that. You know, I lost track of time and whatever. She was like, well, you know, Paula, my boss, the owner of the salon, is going to be giving you an evaluation today. She was like, so just do your best and blah, blah, blah. Okay. Okay. And then Paula's right there, like, hi, you've been training under Minnie for like a week, right? And she's like, yeah. She's like, okay, well, let's go have our evaluation. And she's just, you know, pleasant or whatever. And then she kind of really starts going in on Money. Now, Money be doing some lazy stuff and tripping a little bit, you know, with her dude or whatever. But I still felt like that little thing that happened with her and Paula. First of all, okay, she's sitting down and Paula's like, have you been doing the shit you're supposed to do? Did you set up? She was like, well, you know what? I do what I'm supposed to do, but to tell the truth, today I actually did forget to set up her station. Paula was like, what? But you was here. You was here early. She was like, I know. I, you know, lost track of time. It was all my fault. It won't happen again. Okay. And then she's like, so what is your passion? And she was like, oh, well, my passion is to be a voiceover. She's like, well, voiceovers has nothing to do with this industry. It's like, I know. It's like, so you don't have any interest in becoming a hairstylist? No. She was like, well, how does one thing have to do with the other? It has everything to do with the other. Well, I don't know how, you know, and she's just like, no, if you don't have, honey, we don't even have to have this evaluation. We can, and she started doing all that. I think that Paula was doing the most. She was very huffy and like kind of stank with her. And it was like, you know, you could just, you don't even need to be here. You could just leave the shop right now. I think that I kind of agree with Money. And not kind of, I mean, I definitely fucking agree with Money. I'm interested in being an actor. There are tons of people in LA that are here to be, you know, screenwriters and dancers and all of this and all of that. But until that can happen, you have to have a job. Miss Minnie didn't tell her that she needed to want to be a stylist when she hired her. And she didn't tell her that she needed to lie in the evaluation and pretend that she had to want to be a stylist. So there was nothing indicated to Money saying that you have to want this desire. This job has to lead up to you actually working here as a stylist or pursuing this in some sort of way. So it's just a job. I mean, you're literally just putting shampoo on people's hair and sweeping things off the floor. I don't know what your dreams or goals have to be in order to do that or why it is connected. It really doesn't mean anything. Like, I don't want my job. I recently, you know, I got fired, but I was doing security. Now, what if they would have came to me and be like, so what are your long-term goals? Like, if I didn't say I want to be a cop, are they going to fire me? Like, no, honey, you don't even need to have no evaluation because if you ain't serious about this, if this ain't your goal, like, calm the fuck down. And her brow was showing through the shirt. So Money caught a little attitude when she was standing up. She was like, you need to calm it down a little bit. And I could see why I would have caught an attitude too. She was getting buck. And then Minnie was like, I don't believe she's doing this to my boss. I am so embarrassed. And she talking back to Miss Paula. Now, she probably could have bit her tongue, but she was already fired and the lady was getting buck with her. So I don't see I'm a little upset with Miss Minnie for not seeing the issue, which was that she hired her and she, knew that if she already knew this, then she shouldn't have offered her the job. Because what is she supposed to change her dream within a week? I mean, she worked there for a damn week. You already know what she wanted to do, and you said, oh, well, you quit your job and you work here while you try to go do your thing. Yeah, so that was over, and Miss Minnie came outside to talk to Money when she was leaving, and Money was like, fuck that, I'm not gonna let nobody just talk to me like that. And you can see that Minnie was still pretty bothered by it, but Money gave zero fucks about it, and she left. So let me go find me a job. Okay, so next scene, Miss Minnie is pulling up to the tiny twins' house to pick them up and take them on a job interview. So they said that they don't have their licenses yet, so she's driving them. On the way, kind of right before they get there, she happens to mention that left and right cheek work there too. And you can see the weird hesitation in their face and like, ugh, like who wants the drama, really? But then they was like, well, whatever. We still gonna go and, try to show our stuff. And at least we're real twins, not fake twins like them or whatever. Okay, so when they get there, it's the manager or whoever, or owner or some goddamn body was there. And they're like, oh, hey, basically, one of the first things that they said is, we already have some twins here, left cheek and right cheek. And then they like, they look at each other and they're like, so why should I hire you? They were like, because we're better. We're promoters. We do this, we do that. She was like, plus we're twins, which is very rare. Like people hardly ever see little people twins because it's so rare. So they're an attraction. They have lots of followers on was it Instagram, Twitter, or wherever it is that they be, their social media. They're saying that they could bring the people in, plus they're adorable, and they could twerk their ass off, and they already won twerking contests, and they actually beat left and right cheek. And they were like, y'all can twerk? So they made them climb up on a little thing, and they twerking up on the desk and all of that. And when they leave, they're giving each other little high fives, very little high five. Hey. High 2.5s, and they're pretty pleased with themselves about their interview, right? The date, Bree and Andre finally go out. I think that they went to an amusement park, and Bree basically wound up talking to him about her father passing away, and she brought up woulda and how the relationship sucks and it's not really gonna ever go anywhere and she gotta move on and blah blah blah. But she seemed very wounded, and that's kind of a weird conversation to have on the first date when you're supposed to be getting to know this person. So I guess he got to know her and she got a whole bunch of problems and all of that. But yeah, that's basically how it went. And then she was like, oh well, he's trying too hard. I'm like, bitch, you're not trying enough. Are you trying to make him leave? So yeah, I don't know if anything's gonna come of the date. Basically, Bree did not seem very well with Andre, so I don't really know how it's gonna go. Yeah, it don't look good for Andre. Okay, then the next day they are at the ranch, I guess. So it's Bree and Emily, and they are talking. Emily asked about the date because she's all excited. And she was like, I didn't even think you would go or whatever, just because she never likes anybody else other than Woody. So she usually makes up excuses why something is wrong with somebody, like a whole bunch of people do, just to stay, waiting around for the person that they're trying to wait around for. So she didn't really say anything, fantastic about Andre, but, maybe that she would just give it a try or whatever. So like I said, it don't look good for them. And they also talk about the twins interview, and Emily is basically saying that the club owner or whatever told her that the twins were talking about them and all of this and all of that. And yeah, well, why the fuck they talking about us and whatever? Who does that in an interview? Like, that's so, like, I would just be talking about me and whatever. So they were talking some shit about the tiny twins before everybody else kind of showed up there. All right. So when everybody gets to the ranch, they all get on their little horses. Well, big horses. They was on some big ass horses. They could have gave them those little ponies or, you know, smaller horses. Are ponies small horses? Okay, I don't really know stuff about that. But the horses was big as hell. I was thinking somebody was going to get hurt, especially Miss Minnie, because Miss Minnie is neither mini nor little. Okay, she's a big girl. But she got on there. Everybody was going real slow, except for Emily, because, you know, obviously she's perhaps a seasoned horse rider, so she was bouncing all around. And the tiny twins was watching. They was like, that bitch is not pregnant. Look at her on this horse, gallivanting around, jumping over stuff, doing tricks. So they were even more convinced that Emily wasn't pregnant right there, right? So they finished their little horse riding, and they're all sitting down at a little picnic. And okay, let me see who starts first. I think Money's like, oh, I heard about y'all going on an interview, the Tiny Twins. How did it go? And they're like, oh, we got the job. So then Emily was like, I heard about that. They told us, the promoters, I mean, the owners told us that y'all was talking shit about us and your interview and all of that. And they were like, we wasn't talking no shit about you. She was like, well, what, they lied? She was like, they asked us about you, which they actually did. They came there and they said, we got left and right cheek working here. Why should we hire you? So what the fuck was they supposed to say? No reason. You shouldn't hire us. Sorry. Oh, we didn't mean to step on their toes. And whatever. So the twins was like, bitch, why can't you share? Why do it only have to be you? Like, why you always trying to come where we are? I'm saying, if they just got in town, how the fuck do they know that this is your club? How would they know where you work? Did somebody break in your house and look in the book that you write down all the clubs you work at? Is that the only club you work? I mean, what kind of rules? Perhaps when you met them, you should have said, we work at all these places and don't show up there. But don't be acting like you're so fucking popular that everybody that comes in town is supposed to know where you work and if they are allowed to go and get a job there as well. Because who the fuck cares if they work there? I wouldn't have gave a damn. So yeah, and the ladies did ask about them, and they are real twins. So they were not lying, and they did beat them in a twerk contest. And if that makes them feel like they're better, then they are better. Those are the three things that they said. So whatever. And they were like, well, why would you say that in an interview? Like, who goes to an interview and talks about other people? Like, bitch, I wasn't talking about you. They asked about you. And by that time, Tiny Twins is pissed off, and I don't know what they were saving this damn thing for, but the one of them, the little meaner one, came out. She was like, take this fucking, could you take this pregnancy test so we can see if you're fucking pregnant? And she was like, whatever. You want to come watch me pee too? She, yep, I sure do. So she went back there to watch her pee on the stick, and then she came back and she was like, bang, bitches, and like threw the test down on the picnic blanket. That is so gross to be splashing something that somebody just pissed on all around the food. But they was like, oh, okay, well, and they was like, oh, they feel stupid or whatever. Well, I mean, they probably did feel stupid, but I mean, it did look a little sketchy. The horseback riding, like, I don't think any of the other stuff was too sketchy. Or why, I don't know. You listening to the gossip, you listen to their gossip, you listen to this, you start feeling all different kinds of ways. But yeah, that's basically how the episode ended after she threw down the test and whatever. So I am anxious to see what episode 4 is gonna bring, but it ain't on TV yet. Well, not on the West Coast anyway, so I guess I'm going to have to wait for it. But I will be back with a recap with that as soon as I watch it. But if you like this recap / review / Aisha talking a whole bunch of smack, let me know down in the comments. Let me know if you agree or disagree or were confused by any of the crap that I was saying, or if I was confused by any crap. Yeah, whatever. And I'll see y'all on the next episode. Bye. Thanks for watching, y'all. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe for more videos.